Okay, let's get started. We have a whole nother thing to do, and my headphones are tangled up. And I guess I'll fix that. There we go. Okay. Let's play some more Metroid Dread, because I have a problem. The only thing that's going to stop me from speedrunning this game is my desire to play other games. Like, I want to play more Metroidvanias and work through my backlog of other games. Like, I still haven't played Hollow Knight. And Axiom Verge 2 got announced. When's that coming out? Did it come out? I don't know. Anyway, so we have to go this way. Get to go do the frozen part of the game. That's where we're at. Gotta go do the frosty bit. That way we can get screw attack. Do 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 do. But yeah, I really am enjoying Metroid Dread, but I also just still want to play all the other games that I haven't got to yet, you know? Like, Metroid Dread is a lot of fun. But it just reminds me that, like, there are so many games that I've heard are really good that I haven't gotten around to playing, and they could all be super fun. And I don't know, because I'm not playing. Didn't mean to go down here, but down here we go. Also, I found out something that I did not notice. Okay, if I could stop taking one hit. Okay, warming up still. On my first run through, I didn't realize that you could counter that shield attack. It's only useful on these versions of, not on the final version of them. You can still counter it, but it doesn't do anything. But on this version of the boss, it sure does do something helpful. Okay, this time let's... Okay, right. Have to run up and do it. I forgot that it's more like the enemies that shoot things counters than it is the other melee counters, which is probably why I didn't realize that I could do it. Anyway, it's a relatively sleepy day, but that's okay. We don't need to be super awake to beat Metroid Dread, right? It's only on hard mode. I will say, overall, I am kind of disappointed with hard mode. Just because, like, yeah, it is more challenging. But it's not more challenging in the fun way. You know what I mean? Like, is it technically harder? Yes, of course. Like, it is absolutely a harder game. But, like, it's only harder in the sense that you can't make as many mistakes, which isn't as interesting of a difficulty. Anyway, I'm going up here and grabbing the missiles. Right, no point to go this way yet. Anyway, so the reason I went up and grabbed the missiles is because I'm about to fight a boss in which having better missiles will be critical to my success. There we go. I don't know how I failed to duck there, but okay. This time for real, though. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so I'm coming up on the last boss in which missiles are helpful. So, you know, I'd like to have plenty of missiles available for it, because it is the last boss in which... Okay, but imagine if I actually countered correctly. How awesome would that have been? Okay, let's just, you know, we're just gonna refill our energy, like... I feel like that might be a good plan. Oh, thank you. Oh, hello, Adam. I guess we'll talk. But yeah. The hard mode in this isn't bad, but it's just kind of disappointing that it doesn't do anything. Like, it's one of those phoned in hard modes where, like, the only thing it does is increase the amount of damage that enemies deal. And am I completely certain that that's all it does? No, I haven't fully beaten it yet, but, like, that's certainly all it's done so far. And even if that is a so far problem, that's still disappointing. Because, like, it's been long enough that it should have done something else. Okay, fine, I'll kill you. Like, I was gonna let that jerk face live. But he insisted on his own demise. I wonder what it says about the world that when I said jerk face, my brain went, give it a male pronoun. Probably doesn't say anything good, that's for sure. Thank you. Definitely can't just rush through the ice area as easily on hard mode since everything does double damage, but it still doesn't... It doesn't fundamentally change anything about the game. I guess that's, like, the main reason I'm disappointed with it, is it doesn't really change anything. Like, yeah, the game is harder, but is it really? Do 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 do. Like, I have to pay more attention to not losing health. That really any major difficulty spike? Because I'm not sure it counts. Cute. Okay, up we go. Up to Kataris. Like, I'm loving Metroid Dread. I just kind of wish they didn't have a hard mode if they weren't going to do. You know? Like, I'm happy I still get to keep playing the game. But I was expecting hard mode to at least change up the boss fights. Because the rest of the game was so good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the hard mode feels tacked on. Because the rest of the game's amazing. So I feel like the hard mode should be doing something amazing too, but it's not. Yeah. Remove those from existence to get health back. Oh, well, that way. Do. Another easy missile tank. Take this opportunity to refill my health, because that's an important thing to do, and also because, you know, I'm doing great on time, so like, right. Helps if I go the right way though. Oh hey man, if I'd looked up, I would have remembered which way was the right way pretty easily if I'd just looked up. Anyway, let's go fight a boss. Do. Having fun shooting a boss in the face. Okay, we're getting low enough on missiles that I'm gonna switch to this because I want to have enough missiles for the counter. Boop, 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 boop. I shoot you in the face with all these missiles right to your face. You seem a little irritated by what I did. Why could that be? What, does it hurt when someone shoots you in the face? You know, maybe you should stop shooting other people then. Just saying. Nope. I only took one, like, one quick tick of damage from that, and it did that much. Like, okay. I hate that one. I'm still not... I think the way you're supposed to get through it is by flash shifting. That's all I can think anyway. Yeah, I had a feeling. I definitely pressed the wrong button there, as I'm sure was painfully obvious to anyone who knows what buttons do what in this game. Oh, thank goodness, an opportunity to counter. Otherwise known as an opportunity to get at least a little bit of health back. That was not enough health to matter, though. Unfortunately, I got mostly missiles. But, you know, so long as I kill the enemy soon, it'll be fine. Oh, which I did. Boss slain. A-okay. Not even close, baby. I like how this boss doesn't even give you a thing. Anyway, so we've now returned planet to normal. We now need to go get the screw attack upgrade, among other things that we have to do. Casually, you know, refilling my health a little bit. That way I'm at least slightly above, you know, being murdered very easily temperatures. Oh yeah, that's right, these don't damage me anymore. I always forget that. I don't know why. It does not stick in my mind that at this point in the game, those don't damage me. So we go off this way because there's a teleporter over here that we're gonna take. Right over here. Well, there are some other power-ups that we could go get. Power-ups at this point no longer mean anything. We have reached the point where non-critical power-ups are irrelevant because we're not going to be getting enough of them to matter. So we only need to worry about critical power-ups. That's all that matters. So yeah. That's where we're at. We're gonna get that screw attack upgrade, head back to Berenia. We'll still be picking up all the upgrades that are on our way. It's just that they don't matter. You know? Like, we'll pick them up. They're just irrelevant. Like, yeah, is there one more boss that we can technically hit with these abilities? Sure. It's not one that matters. Anyway, screw attack acquired. Okay, now that we have screw attack, we can officially just go through everything with ease. This is the point at which this game becomes stupid easy. Like, the only thing that has any challenge anymore are the boss. That's it. Really? I want this power up over here. Yeah, I'll grab it. I might as well, it's literally right there. This is the thing above it. That is a different hall. Regardless, power up obtained. Up to Berenia, and we make our way back to the green teleport to go back to Gavorin. Because we have to go beat up Golzuna, the last big boss monster of the game. And in my opinion, once you understand that you can slide under it, one of the easiest. I died against it a bunch on my first go through a normal mode because I didn't realize that I could just go under it. But once you know that, it's an easy boss. Okay, fine, Adam, I'll talk to you. Gee. I don't need to seal the doors every time I come through.
Well done, Seymour.
Yeah, we'll save. We beat up a boss. That's worth saving, I suppose. Also, I find it funny how... I guess the only reason the bosses seem close together to me is because even on my first run I was critical pathing the game, right? Like, I was going through the critical path, so all these boss fights felt really close together for me. But it's not so much that they were close together, it's that now imagine if I was good at video games though. That would have gone very differently. I would have been victorious. I have editing to do this month. I'm starting to wonder why I'm doing the challenges, because I don't want to edit. I liked the doing the challenges part. And I theoretically like editing. Like, on a theoretical basis, I do not dislike the idea of editing. I just don't like actually having to sit down and do it, you know? And I think it's because I don't really know how. So, like, I'm getting that moment where you have a new skill you want to learn and you're like, oh, but learning it sounds like just so much. Okay. There's one removed from existence. And there we go. Item in here, apparently. I do have 4. Yeah. I remembered it being somewhere to get. Just couldn't remember where for a second. Anyway, that's the whole thing over there. I don't feel like doing it. Especially not when I can just teleport. You know? So much easier to just not deal with it and teleport away instead. So much less effort. So now we have to go find Golzuna. I'm trying to remember where Golzuna. It's difficult. There. Crap, where is Golden? Might have to reload a checkpoint if I don't remember real quick here. I think it is this way. So I think this is the barrier you're supposed to go through. So it'll be fine. I'll just continue working with the assumption that Golzuna is somewhere in this direction. And hopefully I will be correct. Just don't remember. Oh yeah, that's why I don't remember. It's because it's stupid close. Like, it's so close that, like, my brain didn't even bother saving the information. Because why would it? It's so nearby. Ow. That was embarrassing. Okay, bring on the actual boss now. Okay. Gotta be careful about when I release that, huh? Still not sure how you're supposed to avoid that one, to be honest. Like, this one is, you know, pretty clear. Oh, I'm not very smart. Like, I did it dumb there. Also, yeah, officially confirmed that the that one thing reappearing is a first boss thing. Not sure why the checkpoint for the first boss is before you. And I didn't go gamer hard enough on pushing the button. Not sure why the checkpoint for the first boss is before you kill the giant eye thing, but getting interrupted was an unfortunate setback. Okay, fine. Oop. I flew too close to the sun. My wings melted. Call me Sam Icarus. Get it? It's Samus plus Icarus. Yeah, I know. Great joke. I'm amazing. Let's not talk about it. Oh, okay. Okay. Come at me, buddy. Hi. Once again, I still don't know how I'm supposed to dodge. Like, oh, wait, no, I see it. You duck. You know what? Duh. Why didn't I realize that I could just... Sometimes it's amazing the things that your brain will overlook that are like super obvious things you could do to dodge. I'll see if just ducking is enough or if I have to go into morph ball form. Goodbye. Or not. I mean, yeah, goodbye. Like I said. Okay, let's switch to this. Oh, alright, it's this annoying one. I got bamboozled by that last hit. Okay, walk on over. Ow. Let's not talk about that. Let's just... We're just all going to refuse to acknowledge that that happened. And everybody will be happier that way. I don't actually know if I have enough missiles for this. I think that's the most nerve-wracking because it's really easy to just press a little bit too early. And there we go. Once you have Storm Missile, those are actually really easy. Because you can just remove them from existence with Storm Missile. Anyway, we got a nice cross bomb. It's a good day. Do. Right. Forget. How easy is the power up over here to get? Or easier if I use the, you know, power up you're supposed to get it. It is nice to really have some missiles. Okay, here we go. And up to Hanubia we go. Not even low. We're fine. Nothing wrong here. Okay, we have 2 critical power-ups to get, I believe. Yeah. Just, Wave Beam and Power Bomb. So we have one more Emmy to actually fight. And then a second Emmy that Samus is, just too good at murdering to actually have to fight. I'm just saying, it would have been really nice if Samus had figured out the whole she can murder Emmys with her hand thing a bit earlier. You know? Would have made my day easier. Well, I'm saying. I should at least fill up my missiles. Well, I would also prefer to have more health. Having at least missiles is probably a good thing. Yeah, Adam, you're gonna tell me more about how I'm not good enough. I know. I wonder how many of these Adam conversations are skippable by you just going, by like, other ways of going around the room. I feel like there's gotta be some, right? I'm saddened by the way that worked out. Also, funny thing, after it looks like you can just go down there, but you can't. This is pure attack. At least crossbow makes murdering those guys easier. If also more annoying, but in a different way. There we go. And the reason why is because of this block right here. Oh, Samus, grab it. There we go. Okay. Screw attack is OP. Anyway, so back down to Ferenia, where we can now go and kill the purple Emmy. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to remove the purple Emmy from this plane of existence. One way or the other. Purple Emmy is about to leave. Forcibly. Purple Emmy is about to leave this plane of existence by force. Okay, go over this way. Revel in the fact that we can now go to Iceland. I didn't even realize that I full healed, but I sure did. That was an accident. I want to go this way. Where am I going? Go through here. Murder those enemies with ease. That was less something I wanted to do more than something that was just inevitable. Oh, thank you. Pressing the wrong. I was like, why is it cross bomb? Maybe because I'm not pressing the bomb. If I press the cross bomb button, cross bomb will come out. You have to actually press the button. Anyway, now that I have screw attack, I can just book it. What are they gonna do about it, you know? The only enemy here who can do anything about it is closing the gap quicker than I would like, but still behind me, so it's fine. Anyway, in here we go. Unfortunately, it only lets you target these things once, which I think is rather silly. Like, see, no matter how long I keep the targeting reticle on it, it'll target it the one time. This is fine. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, maybe less fine. But no, we're fine. A-okay. I knew I had enough health to just not care. Could I have been dodging? Yes. But that would have been effort, and I wasn't prepared to invest effort into one of these central units anymore. Like, it's the last central unit in the... Also, I think it's kind of cool that all the central units look like Mother Brain. Kind of. It was like, for a second I thought it didn't activate. No. Hello. Off we go. Whee! Where we stop, nobody knows. We have to make it through here. Do 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 do. I'll just start firing, you know? Preemptively. Boop. There we go. The last Emmy that we have to actually fight is removed from existence. And now that we have the wave beam, we can, you know, really finish up this game. We're getting there. We just have to beat the last boss. That's pretty doable. Technically, there's some Chozo soldiers on the way too, but none of them are all that challenging, so they don't really matter. Like, they're there, they exist. I acknowledge their existence. I'm gonna hit that because it bothers me to not have things like that hit. This way? Let me murder. He's on my way to refill my health. Just love how fast that murders enemy. Great. Beautiful. For the health refill, buddy. Okay, let's go back up. We've got a full 3 bars of health. We can handle anything. Granted, I'm pretty sure that the elite Chozo soldier, when we eventually fight it, could still one-shot us. I'm not entirely convinced a normal Chozo soldier can't one-shot us with the right attack. So I think we're doing great on health, is what I'm saying. I think we're doing just fine. I will say, one thing I've really come to appreciate about the Prime games is how much easier it is to see your resources on that HUD. Like, it's not something I really thought about when I was playing the game, but like, that was my first Metroid game, was Metroid Prime. And as I've played other Metroid games, I've really come to appreciate that in Metroid Prime I can see all the information I need pretty much all the time without ever thinking about it. And I think that's really nice. Really cool. And there's the full heal. Oh no. Anyway, I do like that the power bomb leaves you low on health. That's as it should, honestly. I'm honestly amazed that didn't hit me. Nope. No shield for you. If only destroying the shield removed the extra attacks that they get for being the version that even has a shield. Alas, it does not. This is actually a great opportunity to really experience how much stronger Samus is, both because you get to drain the enemy, which is like, it's pretty badass, but also because like that fight is a lot easier, and it's a lot shorter now that you have the plasma beam. Like, I'm glad that they let you fight another regular Chozo soldier before you fought the elite Chozo soldier, because the elite Chozo soldier is durable enough that you don't really notice how much more damage plasma beam or wave beam does. You don't really notice how much of a damage increase wave beam actually is. And if you're not the kind of person who has fun murdering all these poor helpless normal enemies, also I do like that this dead end straight up teaches you that, hey, power bomb bridges, You might find something. Like, this section, in order to get out of it, you have to realize that you can powerbomb things like that. And then you're probably going to go in your head, wait, wasn't there another spot that I saw something like that? And the game will go, yes, there was. I'm so proud. And then you'll go powerbomb that spot too. Right after you talk to Adam, anyway. We're almost done with the game. We are legitimately getting there. Like, anyway, now I refill. When you choose to refill is important. Oop. That's still funny to me. Just boop them as I go through. It's fine. Didn't even mean to kill that one. It kind of happened. Screw attacked as I went by. Like, wasn't even trying to kill it. Just did. Anyway, so now we have the one with a shield. It was harder because that did a lot of damage for me just touching the back of it. It must have counted that as me getting hit by the shield charge. There's no way the collision damage is 4 bars of health. Anyway, either way, it does mean that I want this fight to end more swiftly. But yeah, countering it doesn't do anything, at least as far as I'm aware. Yeah, that charge just a lot of damage. Ow. But yeah, I definitely get 2-shot by the Elite Joso soldier. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Do 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 do. Okay. I disagree with some things that happened there, but okay, game. I'm gonna switch to not slamming the button as much as I can, because while it will, on an overall basis, make this faster, it does make it harder to control if I'm mashing like that. It makes it harder to do the rest of the game. Also, whatever his shield is made out of is literally impervious to all my weapons, so why isn't his armor made out of that? Actually, maybe it is. Maybe the way that I'm actually hurting him is by transmitting shock through the armor. That would actually make sense. Like, it's not that the armor isn't durable enough, it's that it can't fix momentum. Okay, we're on the easy part of the fight now, comparatively. Oh. I say, despite taking most of my health bar and damage. We're fine. We're doing just fine. Not even close, baby. Not even close. Ignore how close it was, though. There's no need to talk about that. We're fine. Not even close, baby. Okay. We are almost there. No idea how many tries the last boss will take. Like, it's just the last boss with less mistakes, so it may not take me that many tries. Might also take me all day. Who knows? No clue. Oh, Reese's are already at capacity. We'll find that. Not sure what refilled them though. Shit? Because they weren't at full capacity a second ago. That's for certain. Anyway. Boom. Okay. If I finish this stream early, I'm gonna go watch a speedrun of this game for fun. On normal mode, I figured out that that was a really cheeky thing I could do. Oh, I hit in the wrong direction. That's embarrassing. Like I reacted properly by pressing the Y button. I just didn't do it in the right direction. This is fine. Yeah. Okay, I need to warm up a little bit more to this fight. It's fine, like sometimes gotta warm up for a little. All good. We were 2.5 hours when this started, so we definitely are doing great on time. Ow. Ow. Okay, we're doing great. Okay, time to take some damage, jerkface. I can't believe I entirely missed that charge shot. That's... I thought I would have my Aeon dash back, and I did not. Please take some damage. Okay, he does not have a significant amount more health. I can tell because that took as many counters as normal. Like, that's the same amount of counters that took on normal mode. Do 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 do. Oop, I pressed the wrong button. That's for sure. This version I feel like does more than double damage, because double damage would be a full bar of health, because the actual like normal damage for the final boss wasn't actually all that much. It's just that, you know, he's really, really durable. So you have to not get hit for a very long time. But he didn't really kill you by having hits that did a whole lot per hit. By having a lot of hits that, you know, did damage that existed. Do 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 do. Only like really hard thing about the second stage is that there's absolutely no way to heal. Like there is, the only thing you can do is avoid taking damage. There's no counters, no big purple orb that spawns in. Oh, thank you. I had complete trust that he wasn't going to enter Samus's hitbox. I'm not saying that trust was well placed, I'm just saying that it really was complete there. Ow. I would really love to not just be stuck in the corner. Okay, that gave me some health to work with at least. Like, sure, if I make that mistake again, it's still going to utterly remove me from the game, but I'm back to at least having some health to work with. I definitely thought he'd already, for some reason I thought he'd already tracked me up above and was firing there. I don't know why. Like, he hadn't visually done the animation that tells you that he did that, but my brain just went, yeah, he definitely did that. With no, like, explanation. My brain was like, I don't need the logic and facts of that he did that. I just know that he did. And, that didn't work out that way. Ow. If one were confused about how I keep getting hit by that, I wouldn't blame them. I get hit by that way more than I should. Like, it's a repeatable pattern. Like, he does the same pattern over and over, and I get hit by it every time for no good reason. Like, there is no reason to be getting hit by that whatsoever. Like, like, he does it repeatedly. There's no excuse. Do 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 do. Ow. Do 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 do. Such a nice, relaxing part of the fight. I don't know why I jumped there. My brain just did something dumb. Like, got no explanation for that one. My brain just was dumb. Got no clue what was going on there. Okay, up we go. I don't know why I waited so long to duck away from it. At least he still gives lots of health and stuff for countering. Okay, I'm trying to jump, not run into him. Ow. Okay, but like, imagine if I was good at video games, though. Sometimes I die. Sometimes like I die in just like stupid ways, and I don't really know why that happens. It kind of does. Like it's a mental thing, right? Like sometimes you just you just get knocked out of the rhythm. Your head gets knocked out of the game. I definitely wanted to already be. I forgot that was still existing. Out of sight, out of mind. Okay, but like, what if I was good at video games? What then? Like, look, I'm just not gonna get hit for the rest of it. It's gonna be a great time. And then immediately get hit multiple times. Like, honestly, anyone who says they're not going to get hit probably deserves. Okay, we should actually be pretty close to full health in the transition here. Less health than I thought we'd be at, but we're still doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, we can keep transitioning between these two attacks. I mean, we can do this all day, buddy. At least until I shoot off one of your wings. I like how he just adjusted slightly to run into me, and then went back to what he was doing. Do 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 do. I just keep firing the bullets right at this guy's face. Eventually, he'll probably run out of face. At least that's the theory. That is the theory, right? Like I'm just slowly removing his face. Yep, and once again he just moved over slightly and then kept shooting. Like, okay, buddy. Like, what's his plan here? Because he hasn't hit me in multiple minutes, and I am slowly wearing down his health bar, so, like, shouldn't he be worried? Like, you'd think he'd be trying to change up his tactics or something. Like he should be doing something here. Just saying, if I were him, I'd probably be a little more worried in this situation. Like, if I'm fighting someone and I'm taking damage and they aren't, that's probably pretty worrying to me. Oh. I was just standing at an unfortunate place. Okay. I've countered thee and healed up most of the damage you did, so you know. It sucks to be you. It sucks to suck, nerd. Take some extra damage. Oh, no thank you. Ah, that was an unfortunate. Ow. Getting stuck in the corner when the sun is out is just a really unfortunate experience. Ah, I did a dumb. I deserved that one. I should have jumped up into the left, not dashed away. Dashing away is honestly a bad habit against that attack regardless. It's more likely to get you hit, whereas jumping up and over will almost never get you hit by anything ever. Like, it is hands down. Like, see, like, that's a bad habit. Shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't always work to avoid the attack. We're fine. Not even close. Ow. Like I countered too early. That's embarrassing. Okay. But like, what if I stopped making dumb mistakes? Like, just imagine a world where I stopped making foolish mistakes and started making smart ones. I don't know what a smart mistake looks like, but I'm excited to find out. I hate that I keep getting that sometimes you can just get mostly missiles. Anyway, on to the next portion of the fight, where I will now have mostly full health. That's not what I meant to do. That's what I mean, kind of what I meant to do anyway. Got the key point right, which was the duck instead of or falling, so good enough. Close enough to what I meant to do. Man, I'm really running circles around this guy, huh? I really would think that he would do something, anything different. After about the third or so time of trying an attack and still not hitting with it. I think that's the problem with like bosses that are really durable like this, is that if I'm doing a good job and not getting hit, why is he just doing the same thing over and over? This is not a good game plan for him, because I am slowly damaging him. So like, does he just not have a HUD? Does he not realize he's being hurt? Kind of bad armor design to not give yourself a HUD in the visor, just so you know. Like, I would definitely fix that if you don't have one on the next iteration of the armor. But considering Samus's armor has a nice little HUD and it's made by the Chozo, your armor should have a HUD in it that's telling you that I'm slowly damaging you. There is, in fact, damage going on. In fact, if he wanted to do a really nasty attack, that attack he does when he's on the ground where he lasers the entire room, that would have been a really cool attack while he was flying. Like, to have him just go up and do that, like, at the ceilings, that way you have to go up there to avoid taking damage, would have actually been really cool. I kind of wish they'd done that. Now that I talk about it, oh hey, did that have 2 parts before, or is that a hard mode thing? Did they finally change an attack for hard mode? Or did I just never happen to see that version of it in normal mode? It could be either. I honestly don't know. No, it's like oh my gosh. It's like it's one attack and this. I think hard mode would be more enjoyable if the boss just had harder patterns. I think that'd be a more enjoyable version of this boss fight. Give the boss harder patterns, make it a harder boss. Don't, I don't know why I did that. That was silly. This is fine. We're fine. See, absolutely fine. Practically full health. Ow. I would really love to not be stuck in a corner. You do that, buddy. No thanks. On to the next stage of the fight, please. I do like that you can duck while flash shifting. I think that's really nice, and it makes my occasional accidental presses of flash shift instead of ducking much less detrimental, because then I can just also hit the duck button. It's nice because it makes sense as something that Samus could do. Like, she canonically has the reflexes for it, so you know. Do, 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 do. Oh, really got hit. How embarrassing. Like, how embarrassing is that? I got hit. Get hit. Jerk face. Do 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 do. I smack you with a gun. More accurately, I shoot you with a gun, but smack sounded better at the time. Once again, the only problem with this boss fight is that my thumb gets tired. I managed to not get hit there. I think I did, and I don't know how, because I definitely like my finger slid off the control stick, so like I thought for sure I was just gonna get beamed, but apparently it slid off the control stick right after I was out of range of the laser, which is real convenient. That's how I recommend flubbing your controls. Do it right after. Okay. Okay, buddy. Dude really just moved to the side slightly just to make sure I got hit. So rude. Yeah, if I were gonna speedrun this, I would only do it with a turbo controller, like. Ow, that was a really unfortunate time for me to. Ow. I didn't react fast enough to that. My brain just kind of went, whoo? My brain was like, there's a situation. What do I do? Who knows? And then I died. I am likely to play some more Metroid games in the near future. Probably not like immediately next. Mainly because, like, while this game absolutely has the thumb thing to the worst degree, that's still, like, a common... Okay. Okay, I get it. It's a bad habit. I understand. And stop smacking me every time I do it. I understand that it's a bad habit and I shouldn't do it. Okay. Next stage of the fight, please. Do 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 do. Easy. Look at how easy this game is. Easy game, easy life. Nothing about this is difficult at all right now. Ow. Okay, I deserved that one. Pride comes before the fall, after all. I did literally fall onto him. Look, I can't not admit the irony of it. Okay. Also, while I think the Metroid laser coming out is, like, cool, especially from a thematic point of view at the end here, like, I think that's cool, but at the same time, I really don't like that. I don't know. I think it's because, like, take the most similar Metroid ending, Super Metroid. At least the most similar of the Metroid games I've played to anyway. There are a few Metroid games I've never beaten. But anyway, so like in Super Metroid, in Super Metroid, when you finish off the video game, like, you don't really have a choice about anything that's going on. Like, Samus just gets destroyed until the baby Metroid, now no longer baby, comes in and saves the day, and like, I get that. Like, I will like that scene, but something about the fact that the perspective didn't change made it feel less like a scene, if that makes sense. It felt more gameplay than this does. Also, I like that he just starts off with giving me this ability to just hammer him for damage. Really appreciate it. Like, I get to heal, I get to deal more damage. It's a great time. Would recommend to anyone, really. Ow. Ow. I hate that. I hate the way that, because of the way that you, come out of hit stun on the ground there, what's going on, and the reason, like, I keep running into him, is because of the way hit stun interacts with floors. Because I start moving before I can jump. So, like, I'm hitting the jump button. Again, you don't have to hit me for that bad habit every time I do it. But anyways, what I was saying is, like, the way that hit stun interacts with floors makes it really easy to get trapped against this wall. Which is, like, fundamentally why he sends you towards the wall, I suppose, but, like, doesn't change the fact that I think it's, like, badly designed overall. I like how, because of where he spawned that, I didn't really have a lot of choice in all of that murdering of my face. Thank you. I'm actually going to not end it here, because he's about to, yeah, do this attack. And here's the key thing. I can counter again to make sure that I go into the next part of the fight with full health. And now all I have to do is not get hit through this part of the fight, or then I'll get healed for ending this part of the fight, which is relatively easy to do. Comparatively, anyway. Do 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 do. Let's not talk about that. Bad decisions were made. I'm honestly surprised I didn't take a hit for that maneuver. I probably should have. Honestly. I should have taken a hit for that. I deserve to take a hit for that. That's for sure. Do 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 do. I could have just normally walked out of the way of that one. Like, it's fine. Just mosey on out of the way. It's only a giant death laser. It's not anything to worry too much about. No? So can we all just acknowledge how weird it is that a lot of the attacks that he, like, he uses entirely different attacks when he has his wings out and when he doesn't. And some of them don't even share, like, attributes. Like, his downward attack, that should be the shine spark that he uses on the ground when he's grounded, right? Like, it's weird that it's a different glow. Like, it's weirdly inconsistent. Like, and it's something I definitely didn't notice my first time through the boss fight, but it's something I'm definitely noticing my second time through, is these, like, random things that are just inconsistent. I thought I was going to, and jump, and I, oops, did not. When he's got the sun out is... Oh, that was counterable. Sad. I didn't recognize which attack it was in time. When he pulls back, it's either the counterable one or the one you have to jump over. Okay, so it looks like there is a slight animation difference between those two attacks. We're fine. Less fine. Less fine. Okay. We're good. I jumped that because I didn't recognize which attack it was, but you know, that's a bad habit. I need to stop doing it. It's gotten me hit every single time I've done it today. And yet, here I am, still doing it. Like an idiot. Oh, that's... I thought he hadn't locked onto me when he had. I should have ducked. I should have ducked and hoped. But okay, this is fine. We're doing fine. There we go. That's the right response. Jump either towards him or away with a screw jump. That is the right thing to do about that attack. Like, just period. It is. No real debate. Okay. First phase going well so far. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Other than, oh my gosh, I hate the way that interacts. It feels so painfully awkward. Like, the way Hitstun interacts with the floor there just hurts my soul so much. Because it makes it so hard to actually jump. Which is the only way to get out of that combo, is to get in the air. Like, if you're on the ground, there's literally nothing you can do. Okay, rude dude. Do, 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 do. Easy game, easy life. Look how easy this is. So easy. Look at this. It's an easy game. Like, the video game is easy. I don't know why anyone would ever complain about this video game being hard when it's so clearly not. Like, there's no reason to complain about that. Like, look, even the final boss has a phase that you can just relax in. Like, what, are you trying to say that this isn't relaxing to you? Running circles around a boss with screw attack? Like, if that's not relaxing to you, then I don't know what to do. Because, like, that's clearly, like, that's like a spa day for Samus. This phase of the boss fight is the Metroid equivalent of a spa day. This is a good day. Phase 3 of the fight, not so much. Phase 3 of the fight's a little stressful, but phase 1 of the fight can be stressful if you know, have bad habits that you need to stop doing against certain attacks, because they continue to always get you hit. But it's fine. Not talking about anyone specific here. Definitely not me. I was too far away. Ow. Like, again, I just get stuck in the corner. I really should have countered that. I have 4 health. Okay, we're fine. Like, we are doing great. We're back up to almost half health. So, you know, we can survive 2 hits. Depending on what the 2 hits we get hit with are. And hey, look, another opportunity to heal, as long as we're good at video games. And look, we were good at video games, so we are officially above half health now. Not great. Ow. Okay, we immediately did the right thing about that attack this time. Gosh darn it. Unlucky. I have to remember that when he dashes to me, the correct answer is to get away. Immediately, like being in his attack range is not, because it's not reactable, that attack. Like, as soon as he starts doing that pullback for the claw, I need to already be on my way out of its range. Okay. I don't think I actually entered its hitbox, but whatever you say, game, I guess. Okay, we're doing great. We're doing fine. Like, we're gonna beat this. No problem. We only took one actual hit that time, so we're getting better at recovering from that. Like, it still sucks, but you know, it's getting less sucky. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. Probably not let myself be put into that situation. Alright, that's enough damage because he's about to force another counter, which will let me go into the next stage of the fight with full health or close to it. I'm only missing 10 energy, and that is completely fine. Okay, buddy. Okay. Thanks. It did not hit flash shift soon enough. Complete confidence he wasn't going to enter Samus's hitbox or hurtbox there. Just complete and utter unfounded confidence. Like, confidence was completely undeserved, but it sure was complete. Like, should I have been confident? No, but I definitely was. I could feel that it was about to stop. It just did slightly later than I thought it would. Whee! Smack him around some more. Ow. Dang, getting actually hit by that attack hurts. Like, that's a bit of a change. Yeah, they definitely did more than just double some of the damage on here. Like, they gave running into him a raw double damage, but like other things definitely got more. Like, that was more than double the damage that did before, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember exactly how much damage that did before, but I don't think it was that. It was anywhere near that. Although I also had way more health, so maybe I just didn't consider it as big of a deal when I lost more than a bar. Either way, all I have to do is just not get hit by that attack, and it's fine. It's not a particularly hard attack to dodge. You just have to duck. That's the whole thing. No, thank you. Okay. Okay, game. Starting off with that attack is dude. I should have gone airborne. My brain, for some reason, was like, is this the counterable one? No? Stay on the ground. That's a great plan. I don't know what my brain was doing there. Every once in a while, you just do something stupid, you know? I did the thing. I'm just lucky I didn't get punished for it. Ow. Easy. At least this first phase has, like, a lot of opportunity to heal. I just decided to take that. Oh, thanks. I don't feel like getting hit by it. I would like to get healed though, so if you could just refill my health bar, that'd be great. Got everything but 5 health refills, so you know, that's pretty nice. I honestly didn't think I'd press that in time. Like, my reaction felt a little slow there to me. So I definitely thought that I was going to get hit in the face. Do 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 do. Whee! You know, if I ever do decide that I want to speedrun this game, I'll make it like a specific stream day. Like, just so that way it can be like Dreadful Fridays or something, because that'd be funny. Would that name get old after a week or two? Maybe, but would I stop calling it that? No. The fact that it gets old it makes the pun better. Like, half the point of puns is that they're bad jokes. Like, that's half the point. And that's generally true of like all play on words, whether it's an actual pun or not. Like all kinds of plays on words are just, they're better when they're groan inducing, you know? I feel like that's a part of the appeal of making those kinds of jokes. Do, 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 do. And there we go. Actually need that healing, but okay, now I do. Feet in the air for that one. Okay. Not what I meant to do there. Okay, okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. We're back up to half health. Everything is fine. Okay, let's... Okay. That just barely, like, did damage to me, which is unfortunate, but... I did the wrong kind of jump. Oh, come on. He followed me for so long there without actually lasering me. Ugh. That was frustrating. I had to have been close though. That's the worst part. Like, I was definitely getting close to ending the fight. Okay. Let's not talk about that. I hate... I really wish there was just a button I could press that just did the screw attack every time. Because half the time I take damage in dumb ways, it's because I meant to do screw attack and the game gave me a normal jump. I don't want a normal jump. Very rarely do I ever want a normal jump, to be honest. Like, it's just not very helpful. I really need this to keep going longer. Like, I need a few more counters or something. That's something, I guess. Oh, and then I didn't even get a lot of health going into the next one? No. Oh, last checkpoint. We're not doing that. We are not going into the third phase with at most half health. That's not a good time. We're not gonna put ourselves through that. One of these days I'll learn to immediately jump away upon the battle starting. And do that consistently every time. It probably won't be today, but one of these days. Okay, it's going well right now. We're doing good. I'm a bit annoyed at that one, but it's fine. Because I'm still going to enter the second phase with full health, so it doesn't really matter. I would like to not get beamed in the face, actually. Like, I know, weird thing to say, but like, I personally would prefer not to get shot in the face. I know Razorbeak, that's gotta be a a weird thing for you to think because you like getting beamed in the face, but also, I gotta say, I think the, you know, mirror match motif is cool and all, but I miss, like, I think Metroid leans a little too heavily on it. You might be saying, this isn't a mirror. Yes, it is. He's using the same technologies and abilities that I've been getting throughout the whole game. Like, granted, he's got souped up versions of most of them. I don't know, I just miss, like, the Metroid Prime final boss, or, like, Mother Brain, and, like, feels like for the last couple of Metroid games, it's been Dark Samus, SAX, and things like that, and I'm like, I just wanna beat the enemies normally, you know? Like I want a giant monster, is what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be every Metroid game. But it would be nice if, you know, more of them did the giant monster thing. Because it's been a few Metroid games since a giant monster was the final boss. And yes, you could argue that, oh, I mean, technically, he turns into a final boss for a cutscene. And yeah, that sure, you press the button at the end, the final, but it's a cutscene. You hold the charge button. It's not an actual fight. I like that you hold the charge button. It makes the cutscene better. I'm just hoping that the next Metroid game has a giant boss final monster, because it's been a while since they did that. Like, even it's been a while since Metroid's had games. That being said, I haven't beaten Prime 3. So if Prime 3 ends with a giant boss monster, my argument has less water. But like I said, haven't beaten it yet. I keep meaning to, and it just, you know, it's one of those games in my catalog of, like, that's a good game. I'll get to it one day, I'm sure. Oh, could have countered that. That's unfortunate. Missing a counter is just a lot of missed damage. You know? Just so much damage I could have done. See, like, look at all this damage. It's beautiful. I can only imagine how much damage you do if you actually have a turbo controller. I wonder if you can just one counter the first form. I think the answer is probably yes, right? Like, that could have gone better. Oh, well, this is unfortunate. Ow. It's fine. Hopefully we finish him off during this counter. That would be greatly preferable, but unfortunately it looks like that didn't happen. Please die. Please die. Please die. No? Okay. That was... Oh. I must have been so close. That's so sad. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We are doing fine. I may have been just on the cusp of victory, and lost hold of it once again, but we are doing fine. At least I mostly healed up right after I took damage. And there's the rest of that health back. Now just slam that button. That's the unfortunate thing about not really putting anything out on YouTube anymore. I can't make like button jokes as much, you know? I really can't believe I just threw away all that health. Like, into the trash can it went. And yeah, okay, we're just gonna load the last checkpoint. Like, that wasn't going anywhere good. That run was just, it was dead. But that's fine. We are fine. I did the thing with the bad habit. I did it again. That's another version of the bad habit. Walking away from him instead of jumping away. I guess I didn't take enough hits from my bad habits for it to really matter. Oh, I was still in that. I definitely thought I was out. Oh, come on. I just destroyed one of those. Okay, on to the next phase of the fight, please. Okay, now we get a nice, relaxing second phase. No, we get to take a nice nap. Do some stretches, like. Okay, there we go. I have defeated myself. And isn't that the most important enemy of all? I mean, I certainly think so. My hand is getting tired. But it's fine. I'll get this in another attempt or two. If I don't, I guess I can stream again tomorrow, because like my hand's actually starting to hurt. Youngmi really just took my hands for granted. Youngmi took a lot of things about my body for granted, and I'm paying for it. Like, I just have bad, like, really bad posture and like bad habits and things like that, and you know, now things hurt. Sucks. Like, I'm not even that old yet. And like, I'm course correcting now, but like, and the thing is, like, I can't even blame anyone else, because like everybody told me my posture was bad. Everybody was like, you should really fix that. And it's like, no. It's like, what if I didn't though? What if I did keep, you know, just abusing the different parts of my body different ways? If I did just keep doing that. Like, wouldn't that be fun? Oh, that was a counterable one. I didn't expect him to open with that. Wasn't ready. Ow. That sucked. I really hate that combo he does where he, you know, shoots that out on the opposite side of the screen from you and then starts charging that attack. Because it's really rude. Of the attacks that the enemy does, I think that, like, of the attacks Razorbeak does, I think that's the most obnoxious combination. I don't mind it when he walks forward first as much. It's not as annoying. One nice thing is, that's the only attack he dashes back to get a minimum distance for in the first phase. That and the orb. So like, if you see him do that, he's doing one of those two attacks, and either way you don't have to leave the ground or dodge or anything, you can just stand there. Anyway, there's the first portion of the fight over. I appreciate the second portion of the fight as like a break. I do still wish that it wasn't so durable though, because it really is just like an endurance match, and I don't want to fight an endurance match in a Metroid game, which actually might sound a little backwards because a lot of bosses in Metroid games are endurance matches. So like, I think what's different here is this isn't a fun endurance match, you know, like nothing, like there's only one attack that's really super interesting to dodge, and that's the this one. Like, this is the only attack that's like interesting to dodge, where it changes how I attack back. With every other attack, it's a reflex dodge that I then attack during the pause between attacks. So like, all of these reflex attacks all feel the same. Yeah, sure, I dodge them different, but on my fourth run, they all feel the same. This one feels a bit different because it changes how I respond, changes how I attack back. You know, it's not just one single attack zone I walk out of and then go back to shooting. And I think the other thing is that, like, this phase should have a couple more attacks, like one or two more attacks would help. Like one or two more slow attacks, like that would help a lot. Like one or two more attacks of this more like slow response style that changes how the fight's going. I don't know what they should be, but like, also just to be clear, this is a very minor gripe. Like, this is overall a good boss fight. I'm just saying, you know, this is how it could be even better. This is overall a very good boss fight, and this is just one phase of it that I think could be improved slightly by adding some more variety to it, because it's too long for the amount of attacks that he has. You know, like, If it wasn't as long of a section of the fight, it'd be fine. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I should just take that, yeah. Like, I did the wrong thing. Oh, okay. Ow. Okay. I hate how, like, that beam attack, I wish the animation was more clear. Because, yes, can you look at him and see it? Yes, you can. But when I'm dodging other things at the same time, it's really hard to see when exactly it's going to be firing. Like, yes, there is a clear animation change, but it's only really visible. Like, it's hard to see out of the corner of my eye. Like, if I'm not focusing on it, it's hard to see that visual change. Oh, we're just gonna take that. Because it's fine. It's between the counter here and the end of phase drops, we will be just fine. Do 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 do. Also, I like how they don't ever really explain, in this game at least, how Razorbeak manages to not be taken over by the X. Like, they're just like, he's awesome and so is his armor, so he doesn't. And I'm like, look, there certainly is no known substance that anyone else is aware of that would allow one to not be taken over. Like, you know what I mean? Like, none of these other substances, or like nobody else has a effective way to not get taken over by the X. Like, everybody else, no matter what they were wearing or what they were doing that we saw, just got consumed by the X on the spot. And like, even Samus, who is, let's not forget, wearing Chozo armor, also gets contaminated on the spot by the X. Although granted, it does take longer for it to kill her, so there is that. Like, the power suit does protect her to an extent for a little while. Like, it was absolutely the X were still going to kill her, and there was no real doubt about that. Like, whereas Razorbeak, just, his armor can just be fine against the X, to the point that he could even contain them to a single part of this island. I don't know why I jumped like that. That was foolish. Like, he managed to contain them to a single part of the island even, and like, there's just no explanation for that. Ow. He just moved to the side to hit me, and then went on about his day. Oh. I can't believe I messed up enough during the second phase to die. That's embarrassing. Because I'm getting a little fatigued from the fight since it's now been an hour of just this. But yeah, like, I think that is one of the weaker points of Metroid Dread compared to like Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime, because it has the scanner, has the ability to answer a lot of those questions. Like pretty much as many, like all the lore things are like as much as you want to know, because there is lore somewhere sitting around waiting for you to read it if you want to know. It doesn't force itself on you like a scene, but the answers to your questions about how things work in the universe and how different things operate are absolutely things that you can find out. Like, they are, in fact, things that you can look up. Always. Now. Do 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 do. Jerk face. Whee. Do 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 do. I'd like to point out that the entire reason I got hit by that was because I was stretching my hand. I should probably pause the next time I need to stretch my hand, huh? Probably be a good plan. But yeah, it is a weakness of this, is that they can't give us a lot of the nuance and storytelling. Like, it all has to be atmospheric, because there is nowhere that we can, like, no way that we can interact with the world and find out about it otherwise. I do wish that, like, I hope that future 2D Metroid games find some way to bridge that gap, because 3D Metroid has the scanner, and that works really well. Because, for the most part, it lets the player choose what they want to know more about. Like, sure, there are some key things in all those games that you have to scan, but the vast majority of things that you could scan are completely optional. And because they're completely optional, you can decide how much of the lore you really care to know. Like, do you care how certain things work? Maybe, maybe not. Like, you know, do you care to use your scanner on a fast boss like Razorbeak just because you want to know how his armor works? I mean, it's not medically advisable to try and scan Razorbeak, but you could if this were a Prime game. Ow. Didn't jump soon enough. Ow. Okay, we're fine. I wish I'd countered that for the health, if nothing else. How did that hit me? What? Is there a higher hitbox if you're at the wall? Like, is that what it is? That must be it. There must be a higher hitbox right at the wall. Because otherwise I don't know why that hit me, because that jump height has been sufficient to dodge it in the past. I should have gotten hit for that bad habit again. Hey buddy. You just keep doing melee attacks, I guess. That's not the attack I hoped you were gaining distance for. Okay, okay, okay. We're fine. We're fine. Like, there wasn't really much I could do there other than just kind of so that does disappear on its own eventually, apparently. Didn't know that. We're just gonna advance to the next stage. I don't care that I'm at half health. It's fine. Like, I just want this fight to be over. Okay, we can do it. I really want to play a Prime game now. Metroid Prime is an amazing game and still beautiful. Like, it still looks good. There's some GameCube games that look like unreal good. Like Metroid Prime and Custom Robo both like look absolutely amazing. And I don't know how, but like, some GameCube games were just built different. Like, I don't know what to say. The only thing about the Prime games is that their controls are a little bit awkward. Like, that's really the only bad thing about them, and it's because the GameCube wasn't really built with having two sticks in mind, you know? Like, yeah, you do have a C-stick, but look, using that for anything. Like aiming and stuff like that. Like, it's not really what it's for, you know? Uh-huh. Nerd. I really liked I forget whose video I was watching. I think it was Rabid Luigi was talking. He's doing Prime Month because of Metroid, or he's doing Metroid Month because of Metroid Dread. And he was talking about Metroid Prime, and he made a comment that I really liked, which is that you know, most games that made the transition to 3D, it was kind of like puberty. There were a lot of growing pains. And then Metroid's just over there like rocking it. Like, you know, they're the kid who went through puberty and just came out of it looking amazing. Like, there was no awkward middle stage at all there for the Metroid games. Like, Metroid Prime's the first 3D Metroid game, and you could tell me it was the fourth and I would believe you. Like, damaging while I can. Ow. Ow. The really unfortunate thing is there is just a time frame where if he decides to lock on right then, if the RNG decides to lock on right as you spin jump and you don't realize it and spin jump again, if you fall to try and get under the beam, it just kills you. Like, it just hits you. There's nothing you can the only thing you can do about that is recognize that he locked on right as you started your spin jump. And, you know, not spin jump anymore. That's literally all you can do. And if you don't recognize that, that's just too bad for you, I guess. Also, I just realized I should check and make sure that when I'm okay. I definitely thought that had less health than it did. Like, I was definitely wrong, but I definitely thought it had less health. I really wish that this boss wouldn't drop power-ups you don't need. Because, like, keeps giving me missile and mega bomb power-ups, but I have full missiles and full mega bombs. But I would really appreciate more health on those. Oh, thank you. Eee. Okay. This is fine. Fine. We are fine. We are finishing Metroid Dread today, darn it. Like, this is the last thing I need to do before the only thing I could possibly play Metroid Dread for is for fun or for speedrunning, which would just be me using speedrunning as an excuse to keep playing it. Like, so like we're almost there. This is the last like thing I need to do to have 100%ed Metroid Dread. Like, this is it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Technically, I even grabbed an upgrade I didn't need to, because I don't think nothing actually requires the pulse radar. It gets a completely optional upgrade, but you know, still grabbed it. It's easy to grab. There's not really any reason not. Like, I think I'm not sure. Do you have to walk by it? I'm actually not sure if you have to go through that room or not. I don't remember. Unlike a lot of Metroid games, this one like really requires, I say unlike a lot, unlike the ones that I've seen speedrun before, I should specify, because I think most Metroid games probably require like all or most of the actual upgrades to Samus that aren't, you know, all the actual big upgrades. But anyways, what I was saying is, need to focus in. That commentary is not happening right now. Okay, should have just stayed in the air. Should have trusted my instinct to keep jumping. Should have stayed on the ground. I think what it is I need to stop being greedy about trying to hit him during that. Oh, I was in the damage zone. Definitely thought I was out of it. I was definitely wrong, according to the game at least. Oh, that's unfortunate. For the record, the reason I died there is because it did a normal jump, not a screw attack. I looked at Stream Manager where I can see everything on the on the stream delay, and I didn't screw attack there. Now. And if I had... Okay, I should stop getting hit by that, because I should know that that's the attack that's coming. Okay, if you could... There we go. I was just about to say, if you could give me an attack I can counter, that would be great. Okay, there we go. Full health again. No thanks. I did not get full health just for you to immediately take it from me. That's not what happened here. Okay, if you could. Thank you. See, all I have to do is complain about him not attacking me with things I can counter. And see, that would explain why he doesn't do it as often during the third phase. I don't have as much breathing room to make stupid complaints. But anyways, what I was saying is, I am curious what power-ups are actually skippable in this game. Because I haven't tried to skip any. But I'm sure the speedrunners sure have. So it'll be exciting to watch a speedrun of this later. Just to see what runs they've actually, or what things they've actually managed to cut out. Because I have no idea what's optional and what's not. Crossbombs feels like it might be optional if you're good enough at choosing movement in other ways. Not sure how that happened. Okay, for some reason my muscle memory was just off right there. I don't know. That was weird. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Easy peasy is the video game. Easy game, easy life, as usual. Like, just because I die doesn't mean it's a hard game. It just means I'm bad at video games. Which, like, I joke about being bad at video games, but, like, I'm not. And the reason I say that is because, like, I don't want to make anyone feel bad. Because, like, yeah, I joke about being bad at video games. But, like, you know, if you're worse than me at video games, you probably aren't. Like, that's not a bad thing, necessarily. I'm pretty, like... I'm above average of the people who like actively play games. I'm above average. So if you're worse than me at video games, don't feel bad. That doesn't mean too much. Like, yeah, there are definitely people better than me. Speedrunners, for one, are definitely better than me at whatever game they speedrun, like, guaranteed, no doubt. Ow. Oh, what hit me? Oh, really wish I'd countered that. That was so many levels of unfortunate. Like, I will say, that's another instance where I took damage I didn't mean to because it normal jumped instead of screw attacking. And the reason that really matters It's because if I just mash B under the assumption that I need to, because I'm going to get normal jump instead of screw attack, it messes with spin jump. Like, it messes with the way space jump works. Like, I can't even do that. Like, the only real response is to actually react to which one you get. But, like, my eyes are generally on Razorbeak, not on Samus, and I just really wish I consistently got the one of those that I wanted to get, you know? Like, I'm okay holding another button. If holding another button is what I need to do to consistently get... Did I just did that in one counter. Did I sleep through half of that phase? Like, I don't think that was the second counter. Like, what happened? Was I so busy monologuing and autopiloting through the combat that I just didn't even realize that I had already fought the enemy? Like, what's going on? Okay. Take a nice nap through the phase. Oh, let your hands relax a little bit. Maybe not as much as I just did when I got hit, but a little bit. Okay, but like, what if this boss died? You know, like, I'm just saying, what if? What if I actually finish this boss fight? Wouldn't that be crazy? I'm gonna continue being paranoid about somehow not actually doing it in 4 hours until I see that clear screen, huh? Like, you know, there's just this little voice in my head going, what if it says 401? Or something, like, down brain. You. Smackdown. Wish I'd gotten hit right before I absorbed all that health, you know? Ow. Please finish the fight. No? Okay. So close. Oh, the pain's real. I was definitely getting really close. He couldn't have had that much more health. Even if they buffed his health on hard mode, it couldn't have been by that much more. Okay, I deserved that. I should know to be prepared to jump backwards. Take that because I want to force him to do this attack, because between the counter and the that's really unfortunate. If you didn't catch what happened there, I accidentally I fat fingered the A button in addition to the other button. Like I accidentally hit both. It was a really unfortunate thing to do right now. Okay, on to the second. On here, if you're curious why I accidentally ran into him, it's because I didn't press LB fast enough. Like, my thumb was faster than my pointer finger. So I started, you know, pressing in the direction to fire at him before I start pressing the aim button. And so I just walked into him instead, you know? Like one does. Okay, we're doing great. We're doing just great. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, we're doing great. Okay. Look, an unfortunate state of affairs, but not one I can fix right this moment. So, I'm just gonna have to live with it. Okay, we're doing great. Do 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 do. Shoot you in the face. What if I shot you in the face? How would that make you feel? One could ask why I'm singing, but like, why aren't you singing? Oh. Why don't you sing while you shoot bosses in the face? Countered that. Unfortunate. Definitely should have countered that because I don't like this attack. Especially when it's followed up by that one. This is not fine, but we're gonna pretend it's fine. Okay, a little bit more fine now. Didn't get as much health as I was hoping from that because I got mostly missile upgrades, but you know, who's counting, right? Oh hey, it's this attack again. I didn't hit to the right fast enough. I meant to hit to the right slightly sooner to jump to the right. I was a little bit slow on hitting that, but you know, it's okay. I decided to do this. I had finished Metroid Dread. I was out of this. Like, I was completely in the clear. Did not have to play it again. Could have, you know, gone on to play something else. Like anything else. There's so many games in my backlog that I could be playing right now. But instead, I'm stuck in purgatory with this boss. Because I thought it'd be fun to try and get this fight done. Because I am insane. And make bad life decisions. And you know what? I only have myself to blame. Like no one even put me up to this. No one even said, wouldn't it be funny if you did a thing? Like, no one even mentioned it. I completely chose this life. On the bright side, I had queso for lunch. I had like queso chicken for lunch, and I get to have it again for dinner. Like honestly, if you don't know, queso is actually really easy to make. And I greatly recommend it. It's delicious, it's super easy to make, and that with chicken and a vegetable of choice, I generally have cauliflower rice because I can get that as a frozen pack and just be lazy. And it makes a really good meal, like really fast too. Like you just butterfly the chicken and then pan fry it and then do the queso. Like takes like 15 minutes. A little bit longer if you include the time to wash. Just make sure to wash the pan right after. You don't, like, at least get water in the pan, like before you even eat, get water in that pan that you use to make the queso. Because I guess technically because queso, you know, being made of cheese is not fun to clean off of things after it's cooled. Getting distracted by queso and taking damage is probably not conducive to this run being successful, but you know, maybe talking about queso is what I need. Yeah, I get to go have it again for dinner because I have chicken that I made earlier in the week that's about to go bad. So you know, I get to eat all of it today. That's what happens when you put your meal plan off. And it wasn't even for a good reason. Like, you ever have something in your fridge that, like, the food is good, it sounds good, and it's super easy to make, because all I needed to do was make the queso, because that was the only thing I didn't have already made ahead of time. And like, I still didn't want to do it, and like, I couldn't give you a good reason why. Because it's really easy, like, there's no reason to not just do it. Oh. If I'd stayed on the ground there, I would have been fine. It really is just, like, the hard part of that charge attack is keeping track of it while you're doing everything else. Like, that charge attack is not hard. It's just that the animation changes for it are comparatively subtle. And when he's doing other things, you have to watch that whole room. I'm fine. Fine. Please do just keep shooting me. I appreciate it. Thank you. Would I ever do without you? Well, that's right. Probably be happy. So, you know, feel free to, you know, jump off a cliff. That clipped me. Like, it didn't even clip me at the beginning of it, it clipped me at the end. Like, would think that if I was gonna get hit by it, I would have already by then. But whatever. Okay. We're doing good. Everything is okay. I sure do wish that I had a turbo controller though. Like, my thumb would feel much, much better right now if I was using a turbo controller. Well, thank you. Do 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 do. Okay. We're going to finish this. I really want to actually take some time to look for projects other than, like, so I contribute to TensorFlow times. Mostly in documentation. And I really want to contribute to other things. Like, I want to spend some time just finding other projects to, other open source projects I think are cool to contribute to. I might contribute to, oh, what's the name of it? Habnautica or something? There's a Habit app that I have that is open source. I might contribute to that. That'd be fun. I'll probably look at their project and be like, hey, you guys have any bug fixes I could just, you know, do over a couple of days? That'd be fun. Bug fixes or quick feature additions. Almost always, though, with, like, there are a lot of open source projects out there that only have, like, really hard asks left if they've existed for a while. Because, like, all the easy stuff, it's already been done by someone, right? I actually really want to see if there are any, like, oh, wait, can't talk, have to actually think. Not sure what it was about that motion that seemed to just be baiting him to just actually fire. Oh, that's unfortunate. Didn't have enough space to go over it. And I thought I did. Ow. I got stuck in the corner. I really wish I'd noticed that was a counter in time. For a variety of reasons. I wish I had some way to fast fall. I think that's the most frustrating thing about that beam attack. Is like, if I space jump at the wrong time, I have like a full second to think about what I've done. To go, oh, I'm about to die. Before it actually kills me. And like, I just wish I had some way to fast fall. But I don't. Oh, well. Apparently before he even did one attack that I could counter, I charged him all the way up. Please do an attack I can counter, buddy. Like, just one. It would really make my day. Gosh darn. Like, anytime now. There you go, buddy. Thanks, you're the best. And it even gave me, like, almost all health. Cool. I just want this to actually... Ow, that was not what I meant to do. I just want this fight to actually be over. I like how much of a difference there is between beating the game in 4 hours by its definition and being good enough at this game to speed run hard mode in 4 hours. Like, two completely different things, to be honest. Like, because to actually beat in under 4 hours, you have to not be, you know, repeatedly losing fights. To beat under 4 hours by the actual time definition. I've been streaming for, what, almost 3 hours, and 2 hours of that have been me losing to this boss in particular. I have so many things sitting around that I want to do. And Final Fantasy XIV's in the background going, but you don't want to miss out on all the cool things your friends are doing playing me, do you? And I don't know. Sometimes I wish I had more time. But like, I also feel like no matter how much time you have, it will never feel like enough, right? Like, look at it like this, like, there is more content being created than 100 of me can watch. Even if, actually, let me be more specific. There is more content being created than 10,000 of me could watch. Right? At any given second. And it's actually way more. I forget what the actual statistics are for YouTube alone, but like... And then think of how many people are streaming right now. Like... I don't know why I chose to dodge it that way. That was needlessly risky. But like, there's so much content being made at any given second that like, it is just a completely true statement that like, it would not matter how much time you gave me. Just the content that I would enjoy is more than just the content being created at any moment that I would enjoy is more than I could ever realistically watch. There were some mispresses there because once again I normal jumped when I wanted to screw attack. Okay, game. Okay. What? Okay. Got the back of Samus's helmet worn. Oh no, it hit her gun. Is that why I get clipped sometimes, surprisingly? Is my gun a hurt box? If it is, that's... I mean, it's logical, but it's rude. Do 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 do. Thank you for letting me counter your face. Specifically your face, though. I don't need to counter the rest of you. The rest of you can do whatever. Okay. Thank you. You know what I actually think would make this boss a little bit better? Let him do the sun attack during this portion of the boss fight too. Because then it lets you get used to the sun attack in what are comparatively, you know, safer conditions because this pattern's pretty simple. And the only caveat is that, you know, he wouldn't do the circle attack while the sun's out, but they already do considerations like that normally too. If you notice, he doesn't do the full room attack when the sun's out normally either, or the charge that's counterable. While he has things out, he won't do the charge that's counterable. So, like, I'm just saying, it'd be nice. It'd be a cool thing to let me get used to the sun at this point. That would make this part of the fight more interesting, and also help let people practice for what is the hardest part of the next section of the fight. Is, you know, if you already know how the sun works and are very familiar with it, it's not nearly as intimidating when paired with his other attacks. Like, it's still going to be the hardest part of the fight. Like, I obviously know how it works at this point, and it's still the hardest part of the fight is when the sun's out. Like, there's a reason I blast him with as much damage as I can during the animation in which he's getting the sun out, because I'm annoyed that he's pulling the sun out. Yeah, I just think it'd be good. Like, some of his attacks would probably have to be adjusted or just not used during that, but I think it'd be a good way to incorporate it. Do 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 do. Whee! Wahoo! I am honestly amazed that didn't hit me. I really expected it to. I am really annoyed at... I get why that one clipped me, because yeah, I just didn't move over far enough. But like, I don't know. It still didn't feel good, if that makes sense. It's one of those times where I'm like, I got hit, and yeah, I see why I got hit, but like, it still felt unfair. Even if I know that it's not actually unfair, it still felt that way. And I don't know if there's necessarily a good answer to that game design-wise. I just know that's how it felt, you know? Time to get slapped. Imagine if you had to actually press the jump button and things like that during cutscenes like that. And on to the next stage of the fight. On to the long stage of the fight. Which is what this is. Like, this is the longest stage of the fight. It's not even close, really. Like, this is the longest stage of the fight. By far. But, you know, that's fine. We're doing fine. We're just gonna smack enemy more, and everything will be fine. Okay. Do 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 do. My hands are tired, but you can tell because I'm shooting slower. Like it's noticeable. I really hate that sometimes he just does that. Like if he exits this mode while you're like directly above him, I'm really not sure what you do to guarantee that you don't get hit. Like I'm really not sure. Because I've tried a lot of things, and it seems like no matter what I do, there's a good chance that I get hit just for being unlucky enough that the attack ended while I was above him. And I'm not sure what to do about that. Just not sure. Like it's the only really remaining time where I'm like, I don't know how to avoid getting hit for sure. Every other time I get hit, aside from when that happens, it's because I knew what the right answer was, but I messed up the execution. There, I'm still not sure what the right answer is to not get hit. I definitely almost ran into him right there. Okay, I really preferred the other projectile, I'll be honest. Ow. Okay. Can we just talk about the fact that none of those hits put me into this game's version of hit stun? So in like about a second and a half, during which I didn't have a choice about where to go because the hits were knocking me into each other, I took almost my entire health bar. And you might be saying, but if you're not in hit stun, don't you still have control? No, not necessarily, because there was only one direction that I could go. Like, the hit forced me into him, but didn't put me in hit stun. Which is the whole purpose of hit stun, is that way when you get forced into another attack, you don't also get hit by, so you're not getting double punished by getting hit by the same thing. But I got like triple punished there. Took almost my entire health bar in like a second and a half or so. Because I was trying to jump out of it and I literally couldn't. Ow. I'm annoyed at that. You know what? Just end it. We're just gonna try that one again. That did not start well. But yeah, that it's because the sun doesn't cause hit stun, which is dumb for the record. It doesn't give you any iframes for getting hit by it, despite the fact that it pushes you into other attacks. Like, that's its entire thing. Is it does 2 bars of health and pushes you into other attacks. Like, its whole thing is that it's walls that shove you around. That's the whole attack it unleashes. Like, that's the... If you were to describe what attack it does... Ow. Okay. Okay, game. Once again, I would be a lot happier if I didn't get upgrades I don't need. I'd even be okay with, instead of getting upgrades I don't need, no upgrades dropping. Because it's not as tilting as seeing all those missile upgrades flying at me, knowing I can't use them. Okay, buddy. No, thank you. I'm just gonna shoot you with my gun, like one does. Thanks, I don't feel like getting hit by that. In fact, I don't feel like getting hit by anything. I think I'm just gonna not get hit ever again. That's the plan. For the rest of this game, we're just gonna not get hit ever again. We're just not going to. I've decided. I've decided we're just not getting hit. That's the new decision. We're just not gonna get hit at all ever again. We're just gonna completely avoid getting hit or taking any damage whatsoever. Like, no getting hit anymore, ever. No getting hit forever. There's no reason to ever get hit ever again. Whee! Do 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 do. Look at this. I'm the best. Nothing to worry about here. I'm doing amazing. Imagine if I was just amazing at video games this stream would have only been like a little over an hour long, and everyone would have gotten so much less content. So much less content would have been created for the world. So really, it's a good thing that I'm bad at video games. Me being bad at video games is really just me doing the world a favor when you think about it. I was hoping to just outlast it until it disappeared. Ow. We're fine. Okay, we're doing great actually right now. Like, if we can just keep this up, we will be in a great position. That was... some bad things happened there, that's for sure. On the bright side, when the sun's not out, I figured out a more consistent way to avoid that particular attack. Only works when the sun's not out, though. So, you know, some slight downsides. Because when the sun's out, I don't think I can pull that off while also avoiding the sun. Yep, I just took that attack to the face. But you know, that's okay. Okay, we got yet another counter, so surely we're getting close now, right? Like, he's gotta be almost dead. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Okay, now we just have to hold the attack button. Oh gosh. What if they made this an actual boss fight on hard, the end here an actual boss fight on hard mode? I honestly wouldn't be all that surprised if they did. But no, it's still just a hold the beam and fire scenario, which I'm pretty happy with. I did it. We're done here. Oh. I like how this is still like a... There we go. Now it's a scene. Anyway, let's get out of here. Do 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 do. Also, because I have a second, out of curiosity, what does it say for the hyper beam? Yeah. We alright, down. This way. Down and to the left. To the left. To the left. B. Do 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 do. This is the ultimate test of, do you remember how to screw attack? Because if you don't, you're screwed. Huh? Huh? Like, you can be silent all you want. That was a great joke. Or what I just said about, you know, remembering how to screw attack. I apparently forgot for a second. More accurately, I wasn't even paying attention to the game. Okay, so we did it. Game beaten, my hands are tired. Oh gosh. But we did it. We won. That's what matters. What? It must have included some of those losses. Because, yeah, the save point's a full hour back. So it didn't include the losses when I reset the checkpoint. That must be the difference. That didn't include the losses. Because I did that about an hour ago. Was the last time I hit load last checkpoint. Or something. I wonder if maybe it adds... That would be super dumb. Surely not. I wonder if it adds the duration of the last scene every time that I was doing that. I have no way to verify. I don't understand how it counted that. Because it's not consistent. Because that definitely wasn't all the time, and it definitely wasn't just the time since I hit load last checkpoint, because that doesn't work out either. So how did it count that time? Why do I have to do this again? Tell me, game devs, how does it actually calculate that? Because it's not doing it in any way that makes logical sense to me. That's obvious. It's fine. If I did it once, I can do it again. I just gotta remember that the main thing I have to do is I have to survive for around 3 to 4 counters. Like, now that I know like how long I have to survive, that actually makes it easier. Like, legitimately. You know? Kind of like how a part of the reason that this portion of the fight feels so easy is because I kind of like have like a mental idea of how long it goes for. But that fight, that iteration of the fight definitely didn't take me an hour, but I've been trying for 2 hours, so I'm not sure. I don't understand how it's counting. Like, I don't get it. How does it calculate the time? Why did that come out as more than 4 hours? I do not possess the understanding of any kind. Like, I don't get it. Is whatever way it's calculating it doesn't make sense. Because, like, if it included all of my losses, yeah, that would make sense to me, right? Like, that definitely makes a kind of sense. But just include all of my losses, like that makes absolute sense to me. Like, yeah. But I know that it doesn't. So, like, how is it calculating it? I actually suspect that it's a bug for when it checkpoints. It's the same problem that my ammo has. I bet that it checkpoints as I enter the battle, despite the fact that it reloads me to before the battle. And so what's happening is it is as it loads the last checkpoint every time I die, it's adding the time that it takes me to get into the battle again. So it's adding the elevator, the loading, and whatever time it might add for the scene itself, because I'm pretty sure it adds time for scenes. Yeah, that's definitely the easier way to avoid that, as long as the sun isn't out. Of course, the very next thing this jerk does is bring the sun out. Which I, of course, you know, subsequently get hit by, because okay, we're not fine, but ooh, that was a dumb way to lose health, that's for sure. Okay, there's a counter, we get back some health. Not as much as I was hoping, because we got missiles and power bombs instead. Why would they even give me power bombs back during this fight? Oh, why'd I get so little power-ups from that? What? Game? It just didn't jump again. Like, just didn't jump. I don't know why. So yeah, every 3 tries or so, I'm just gonna load the last save point. Like, I'm gonna exit all the way out, load the save, to make sure that it doesn't add over an hour to my time again. Okay, we're fine. Okay, force the counter, and then get out of here onto the second phase. Because, yeah, this fight didn't take an hour. But yeah, I bet that that's what it is, that every time I lose, it was saving the duration that it took me to actually get through the scenes. That's all I can think of. Either that or there's some actual time penalty for game overing. But again, I just wanted to explain, like, I just want the rules to be clear, like, what it counts and what it doesn't. But that's all I really want. Like, I'm fine with rules being whatever. I just want to be able to know what they are. Because nothing is worse than the uncertainty of knowing whether I beat the game fast enough or not. Do 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 do. Wee. Do 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 do. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Heck yeah. Look at this. This game is easy. Like, I don't even get hit. Who could ever think that this game was hard? Hard mode? More like chump mode. Haha. I mean, who could ever possibly lose in this video game? Like, how could that even be a possibility? I don't understand. Like, this game's so easy. No one could lose. It's impossible. Like, this game is just too easy. It's not even possible to game over. Like, look, he even starts off with an attack that gives you all this free damage. Like, come on. This game's easy. I am a little confused about how that still hit me, but, you know. It's because it did a normal jump and not screw attack again. I say I'm confused, but I'm not actually. Like, I know exactly why. Thank you. Ow. Thank you for healing me. I appreciate it. You heal me and you let me do a ton of free damage. Like, that's just really, really kind of you. I appreciate it. If you could do that a few more times, that'd be great. I can only imagine how much that particular RNG, like, effect. I pressed the jump button significantly earlier than that. I'm not sure why it didn't jump. This is like the Pro controller I originally got, so every once in a while when something like that happens, I wonder if my controller might be experiencing technical difficulty. Ow. Force the counter. And then blast this guy a new one. Knock him into next week. Whee. Do 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 do. I could feel that the attack was about to end. I could feel it in my bones. I definitely almost ran right into him while because I accidentally like didn't press LB. Easy peasy. We hit the enemy for freezy. Haha. Imagine if this game was actually hard, though. How difficult this would be. This hurting my hands is like one of the reasons why like I haven't gotten around to playing Hades yet, though. It's because I'm like, you know, I have to space out these kinds of games before I can I have to space out this stuff. Just because too much all at once hurts my poor little hands. And the thing is, like, I think part of it's that like I tense up my muscles a lot when I play games, which is a bad habit. And I think that's like more why my hand hurts than actually the amount of button presses. Is all that extra tension is like getting, you know, getting to my muscles. And you know, everything. Uh-huh. Ow. Imagine getting hit by this nerd. Couldn't be me. Can't believe Samus would get hit like that. That's really not the attack I was hoping for. In fact, that's generally an attack you know, I'm just hoping that at some point I get lucky and we go an entire cycle without ever seeing that attack, you know? That's what I want. Just get all those free hits in. I don't quite agree with how those hitboxes or hurt boxes interacted. Whatever. Hitboxes, hurt boxes, whatever. But yeah, I just don't agree with how those physics boxes, I guess, is a okay. Excuse me. I'm still not entirely clear on how you're supposed to actually avoid that one. Oh, thank goodness. I can survive at least some attacks now. Also, this is the third counter, so he should be getting pretty low on health. I got a lot of counters though, so... Oh, thank you. I am amazed that I didn't get hit for that. I'll be honest, I deserve to get hit for that. There we go. Okay, this time it should definitely be under 4 hours. This time for sure. It's not even been half an hour since the last time. And the game said I had the full hour before I would be out of time. So we should be able to just quickly get out of here, get our score, and it should be less than 4 hours. Alright. I'm just gonna keep hitting the skip button to see at what point this becomes a scene. Right there. That screen transition after the X is revealed. When screen transitions back onto Samus, that's the point at which it becomes a cutscene. You know, answering the questions nobody asked. That's me. Okay, I don't have missiles anymore. Out here trying to use things I don't have anymore. I don't even know if these enemies can hurt me. I was going to find out with that enemy, but it missed. No. Okay. I now do contact damage to these enemies like they would normally do to me. I am the one who does contact damage. Do 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 do. Whee. I remember when I was a kid thinking that like when I was the first like Metroid game I played, thinking that screw attack like was an attack that took was a thing. Not screw attack, space jump was something that like took thought. Like it was either does Prime have space jump? I don't remember. If it does, it works differently. So it would have been Fusion that I was figuring this out in. Like I remember thinking that it was a thing that took skill, and now I'm just like gone. This is just reflexive now. Yeah, there we go. I do not know how it calculates that, but hey. That's a cool image. Anyway. I now get one more image in the gallery for having gotten all of them. You get to see this image. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, it's the counterpart to this image. Okay, thanks for watching. That's all for today. My hands hurt. No idea what I'll be streaming next week. My next stream will be the usual Tales of Graces on Sunday. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time.